Betty bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it would make my batter bitter. So Betty bought a bit of butter better than her bitter butter and put it in her batter, and her batter was not bitter. So 'twas Betty bought a bit of better butter.
What more can you ask for? Oh wait, I think we didn't start camera 2. Let's start camera 2.
Welcome to the podcast!
Action! Action, 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 action! Oh my gosh, happy Pride!
Woo! It's the best month of the year!
I am so excited. But this is my green Pride gym leader, my grass type trainer for the series, and
You look amazing, Devin. Could you get a little spin by chance? I feel like the back is something that has to be shown off.
yes, I want to show off. Miscellaneous made this outfit. Hi, Missile.
Hey.
Can I see?
Kind of.
Sure. So we'll pop a picture up.
Yeah.
But to match the leaf in the front, I'll take off the jacket. And high drag means I'm wearing shoes, even when you can't see them. So.
Well, actually, I had an old roommate. Every time they would go take a test, they would like dress up in a suit and a cool bolo tie, and they taught me dress well, test well. So even though the audience can't see it, it helps your psyche.
No way.
Uh-huh.
You know, I have a similar story. Do you want to hear it?
Absolutely.
So one of my friends, Morgan Kuligowski, who is brilliant.
Wow,
She
cool
went
last name.
Yeah, really cool last name. She had like 5 siblings. We related because we both had a lot of siblings. She went to USC. She studied like neuroscience, and she has something to do with NASA now, where she's like doing research on other planets. She's like that girl.
Oh my God.
Like the top. Anyway, she tested so well. Like she was like the girl in our high school where it's like, well, Morgan's gonna get 100%, or she's gonna get a 5 on the AP exams. And she used to tell me that before every big test in high school, she would go to our track and run a mile on the track to like wake herself up.
Whoa.
Isn't that so like before my big test at UCLA, I would run up and down Jan's steps to get like my blood flowing and everything.
That's like scientifically bad. I was just reading a book actually where there was a school district on the East Coast, and they figured out that kids who took PE before their big like STEM classes would do better in the classes. Because like if you like if you're active before you're using your brain, it's more blood flow. It just like kind of gets you like in the right headspace.
Sorry, I got really hot. 1 second.
I know. I can leave if it's too hot.
Oh my god. Hold on, can you take it off?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know where on the East Coast this study was? Because I did grow up on the East Coast.
It was somewhere on the East Coast. It might have been like in Chicago, it might have been in like Florida, it might have been Miami.
So Chicago's not the East Coast.
I'm well aware.
Florida is definitely the South, and Miami is in Florida.
Although I would argue that Florida is still the East Coast. No?
I mean, if we're getting technical.
Like, yeah. I'm from California. I am notoriously bad at geography. For a long time, I thought that New England was a state until like high school. I thought, to be fair, it's called the New England Patriots,
right?
Which is like that's just set up to confuse young children.
I mean, you poor thing. Like, I mean, also growing up, football was my only access to education. So, no, it's brave, and it's definitely a reasonable thing.
I think so. I hear you patronizing me. I'm just gonna ignore it.
It was the going. Patriots, the New England Patriots, not the New England patronizing. Yeah.
I just don't know anything. I'm a
football reference.
Yeah, you wouldn't guess it. DIVOS. Actually, maybe you would guess it, but it's very unhanded. DIVOS is actually fantastic at sports. State soccer champion. And every like pickup game we play, he kind of blows people away that don't expect it.
I'm good at sports. I know a lot more about football than Zach. For some reason, football's not really a California sport for the most part. So
it's not a Lewis family sport for sure.
Okay, sure. So also on the flip side, I'm still a little ditzy about it. Like my high school was the Saxons, Langley Saxons. Go Saxons! Saxon Tsunami! Saxon Tsunami!
I love it. Saxon Tsunami!
Yeah. It was like whoa.
I love Saxon Tsunami.
Yeah, cute, right?
I love that. It's awesome.
But it was just the Minnesota Vikings logo recolored, and I didn't process it till my junior year, even though I was like watching football every weekend with my family. So. Okay, wait, before we forget, I do want to just talk about the outfit. We'll talk more about Pride Month later, but I like to shout out the outfit. This wig, I've worn it on the pod before.
You have,
yeah,
yes.
I have. If Divos like had hair, this would be Divos' hair. The ombre is so beautiful to me. This green is one of the most beautiful colors. Like at the bottom of the ombre, it's
just sea green.
Sea green. The outfit that inspired Divos, Alexander McQueen runway look, which you saw earlier in the podcast. This is the hair that went with that. It's made by Acacia Forgot's Locks, who makes a lot of my hair. And I'm just honored to be wearing it with this look. It's the only wig that I didn't have made for the Pride series because I was like, there's just not a better green wig for me. So we repurposed. I did all the stoning, but this right here it was like a happy accident. So I designed this dress with miscellaneous. And we accidentally cut it a little bit, so like this nipple was out. But it's very it's kind of very Divos to have one nipple out. So instead of like redoing the dress, I texted Izzy Dead Yet, who is Rhinestone Cold Bitch, new Instagram name for her pasties.
Amazing pasties, by the way. She's done like all of the pasties.
Every pasty I've ever worn. The Frankenfurter look, which with the big blue hair, where I wore every pasties from last Pride month. That every one of those, I mean, they are everything to me. Izzy, hi. I just am so honored to know you and have you be a part of my drag. So this is the first time we've ever made like not just the pasty, like kind of a accentuation up, but I think it's very cool and glam. And I'm just really proud of this look. I love Pride Month.
I love it, me personally, because you can't tell which pasty is covering your nipple. It could be any one of them. It really could be.
Right. And it's crazy that it's this one.
Like, I know.
No one
wild.
would guess that.
They just weren't expecting it.
I know.
And you look beautiful and gorgeous, of course.
And let's talk about Zach's outfit.
Pride socks.
Up on the Pride socks.
Look how flexible. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Look at that.
Couldn't be me.
I kill it. I'm like shockingly flexible.
You're very flexible.
It's very surprising, right?
It's surprising, but there's a really funny picture of Zach. I don't know if Zach wants to spread it to the world. We can describe it though.
We can describe. I'm doing the happy baby stretch where you grab your ankles and like kind of pull them back like such, but you do it at both times. And my friend JJ got a photo of me doing it where my head is like just peeking over like my crotch towards the camera. It's hilarious.
It looks like he's been rebirthed as a spider. It's like really something wild.
And so what? And so what?
If you are looking at home for an anime that you think it's going to be wackadoodle, like absolutely buck wild, out of left field, completely out of control, but just need something new. What is the title? The exact title?
So I've been reincarnated as a spider. So what? I think we like many weeks ago. I think we touched on this actually. Like this, we just keep going back to it. So what? Mm-hmm. And for Devin's birthday or Christmas once, I got him a shirt that was so I was reincarnated as a spider. So what?
It's so good. If you've ever played a game like Pokemon, where every time you level up, you get new stats, new moves, new abilities, or you evolve, like that's what the main character goes.
It's what happens. It's literally what happens. Mm-hmm. It's very soul leveling now that I think about it. But like the game, like they're the only one that's experiencing like the game, you know, with the stats and everything.
Right.
I think it's cool. Which I would love if in real life we got like a leveling system of some kind.
Yeah.
Just like you can see your progress. Like you do 5 bench presses. Oh, extra strength stats.
Right.
Just like give you such a cool progression system, you know?
I feel like a lot of people would find exercise a lot easier if like you literally got to see like your muscles grew this percentage. Although it also might be discouraging for others because I feel like it is a very small growth process.
That's true. But if you get to see it, like, I thought that's the hard part about working out is you don't see your gains.
You don't?
Well, I do.
Can't relate. Hello.
Tell me the episode where the pump cover comes off.
Oh my gosh. Camera 2 just got really excited.
I have never understood pump covers. Like, what's the point?
Wait, explain pump cover.
So a pump cover is like when it's not limited to bodybuilders, but when people are lifting weights at the gym, they'll start lifting in like a sweater, right? Or like a hoodie or something like very loose. And they'll start working out like halfway through, they'll take it off and then they're like huge. And like it's called a pump cover because you're covering your pump. Because when you work out, you look a lot bigger while you're working out. And like when you're not working out, it's called the pump.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So my only guess is that you sweat more, so like less water.
I was thinking that, but like if you're just working out to work out, you're not trying to lose weight. Like you want to drink water, to be healthy.
We also live with a professional personal trainer, so
we could ask him.
We'll check back. Audio listeners,
hello, audio listeners. So, what do you think of pump covers?
And what are you doing to celebrate Pride Month. We are so excited to be in this Pride season because at the end of the day, when the cookie crumbles and the fat lady sings, Pride Month here is really all the time. But Pride Month for you is only for the duration of this podcast and the month of June. So we're so excited to bring with you the Pride joy. Zach is even a bit of a Pride feature this year. And I don't even think he knows what that means yet. But between me and camera 2, it is going to be exciting.
I love Pride Month every single year. I mean, last year we went on a boat for Pride Month.
Gay boats.
Gay boats. We're at a parade for Pride Month. It is so much fun. It's literally like one of the best months of the year. I especially love it because I get to see my best friend be like so excited and animated the entire month. That's like part of the big process of it, in my opinion. And last Pride Month, I'm sure all of you have watched it. You did your Pride series where you did different music videos to important songs in your life with different all your different looks to the rainbow colors, of course. I thought it was cool because it was at the same time that we were moving out of our old apartments called Worcester. It was awesome. So it was also like an awesome little homage to our last apartment.
So Zach very impressively. So last year what we did is I did 7 Pride looks. And I did, like Zach was describing, 2 mini music videos for each look. One about the positive aspects of the queer experience. One about the more negative or challenging aspects. And halfway through filming the series, it was kind of iconic. I was filming with McKenna. Hi, McKenna.
Hey, McKenna.
McKenna is back and helping with this Pride series again this year. But I asked them at the end of filming, I was like, okay, I've done 14 songs. What 14 songs have I done? McKenna froze. God bless her, but she really froze.
Mind you, she filmed most of them.
She filmed most of them.
She was a videographer.
She pressed play on the tracks.
Yeah.
And that came in, I think you named like 13 out of 14.
Mm-hmm. I got almost all of it. I named all the colors. I named all the songs. It was a year ago. I'm not sure I could now, so please don't put me on the spots. But I was very impressed with myself. And it came down to a tiebreaker, the final question. You remember what it was?
No.
It was finish the phrase. And it's DIVOS, a survivor at a car crash of an intersection between glamour and comedy.
And you got it.
And I got it. It's almost like I pay attention.
It's almost like he pays attention. Almost.
Almost. Don't get a big head. Don't get a big head now.
Whoa.
Be careful.
Drum roll. For Pride Month, our sponsors are ourselves. I know. I was excited to see that email come in.
I know. Well, I was shocked. I didn't think it would come.
I didn't think it would come either.
Honestly, it blows my mind that people like us enough and love us enough to financially support us. That is just, it warms my heart every time someone subscribes to our Patreon. I'm just like, no way. Seriously? The excitement does not fade.
Does not fade. What's your favorite sticker so far?
My favorite sticker so far? I honestly
you use stickers.
Come on now. I want this look to be a me sticker. I love this look.
Okay.
But the one I love so far, it's actually one of your earlier stickers.
Oh.
It was your night costume in the Paper Mario style.
The first ever Paper Mario sticker.
Paper Mario style. I mean, I was blown away by the art style, how well it came out, and just it's like my personal favorites.
It's cool. We're like developing an army of stickers that we can. I've always imagined like in a video game.
Ooh.
I know.
That's really fun.
My brain is clicking. I want to turn them into action figures. I want to animate them into a video game.
We could make a video game for you. DIVOS the game? Can you imagine? What kind of game would it be? Turn-based RPG?
Turn-based RPG.
Honestly,
you level me up. Maybe I'm like Eevee, so you start with like a base DIVOS, and then different items turn me into the different outfits.
I love that.
And we gotta blur this out. I'm taking away all my good ideas.
Copyrighted. By the time you watch this episode, we will have copyrighted ideas, so don't even try it.
Don't even think about it.
Don't even try it.
Cut it out.
Cut it out.
So thank you for supporting the Patreon. It keeps the podcast going. So we
thank you so
appreciate
much.
it. With this podcast, we try like before every episode, we are like, oh, this will be our theme for the episode. We're gonna talk about this, and then we sit down and. I personally think the improvisational conversation is more entertaining.
Oh, I think so too, yeah.
Like, we've gotten some feedback from viewers, and they say it's like they're in the room with us, which is exactly what we want.
Which,
like,
they are? We can lock our doors. Oh, no!
We have Walter, the security guard, outside. We're fine.
Walter, come on in.
Hi, Walter.
Hi, Walter.
Oh, Walter's camera shy.
Oh, actually,
bye, Walter. Thanks for coming.
To your point, we get distracted very easily.
Literally, we just proved it. So we were supposed to talk about travel for this episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
Both of us love to travel. Right after I graduated from UCLA, I was going to spend a month in a different country every month for the whole year. So 12 country, 12 months. I did 4 different locations and I was done. I did Munich for a month. I did Copenhagen for a month. I did London for a month. And then not another country, but I did Hawaii for a month.
A new place.
It was awesome. I learned so much. It's what sparked me to come back and do drag. It made me grow so fast and so effectively. But by the end of it, it was a wrap on this. It's like the only time I've ever really been depressed at the end. And it's just because I was done. Like I had done all the learning. I knew that I wanted to achieving my dreams, and I couldn't do it traveling. Like DIVOS is not really an on the go kind of experience unless I can bring 2 numbers to a city near you, but that's just about it. So
can you imagine you lugging around all of your wigs and all of your suitcases and looks?
The floor.
Also, at some point, you just have someone to do it for you, a whole company. DIVOS TM.
A tour bus.
Ooh.
DIVOS tour bus. I'm excited for that.
I would love to go on DIVOS tour bus.
It'll surely
that would
happen.
Be awesome. I mean, one day. If nothing else, you will rent it yourself. Just to drive around for like a week.
What's the difference?
Well, that's exactly what happens. But I actually went to go visit Devin towards the end of his trip. We went to London. It was a lot of fun.
We liked London. I mean, Camden is so fun. We lived like right next to the Camden Market.
You showed me wheat beer in London for the first time.
No way.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure I'd had it before, but it's like I never identified that it was wheat beer.
Right.
Which is delicious, by the way.
And now we like identify wheat beer is like it. It's like what they have a lot at Oktoberfest. So that's how I knew about it from Munich. We got to see the Olympic pool. It was fun because it wasn't that serious. We had our friend Karima with us.
Hi, Karima.
And Karima was so good about like hitting shows. She wanted to see shows on the West End. She wanted to see Harry Potter World. She wanted to see this and this and this, which was great because it got us to do all those things. And then Zach and I had the more like low-key thing where it's, let's wake up, we'll go to a pub, we'll just experience getting to be together. Like, how cool is it, like in our early 20s, to get to be in another country together and just like fun. Vibe? So
thank God Karima was there. It's like up to us. We were just gotten beer and playing Pokemon all day.
We had a great time. It was also the end of COVID. Should we say, so we were there from like December. I was there all of December. Zach got there like December 12th or something, and we were going to leave right before Christmas. Mm-hmm. And COVID got really bad again.
Like really bad in London. And
so we were like, we have to go. Like literally today. We cut the trip early because we didn't want to get stuck in London for Christmas. Oh my gosh. And so
heinous.
Yeah. So we had to get tests, go to the airport. Zach, we accidentally got the wrong test to go to the airport.
Devin talked his way through the airport line. He got the wrong test. He just talked to the flight attendant or the travel agent, whoever it is. They just let him through. They didn't care. My travel agent was not so nice. And I was like crying in the airport, like running around, so stressed. Thank God we got there early enough where I got a new test in time. But I was like calling my mom. I was like texting everyone, like, I'm stuck here in London. I'm going to find a place to sleep. I'm screwed. I made it. Good things happen to pretty people.
Good things happen to pretty people.
Good things happen to pretty people.
To be clear, I tested negative. It's not like I'm trying to get on the plane with COVID. Yeah. We got like the wrong type of test, but my guy was super chill. He's like, okay, just go on. I kind of talked. Yeah, I charmed. I charmed.
You
Zach didn't get quite as like.
Also, quick little tangent. But the phrase, good things happen to pretty people. Like 2 years ago, my mom came to me. She's like, Zach, I have this great new phrase that's like, I think would really help you change your outlook on life. Oh. And the phrase was pretty much like, oh, I'm so lucky. Things always work out for me. I'm so lucky. But it's like positive affirmations. I looked at her and I'm like, Mom, I already have a phrase. Good things happen to pretty people. Same mentality, but I think mine's a bit more fun. Good things happen to pretty people.
It's who we are.
It's who we are. We're gorgeous.
I thought we might want to go into the bit of the week.
Yes, please.
Which is one of my favorites in a while. It is like so silly. I think I came up with this one by myself. A lot of them are like come from other people and I like reference whatever. It's the term grow up. Referring to yourself. And it's like so it's like kind of it's the antithesis of being kind to yourself, but it brings it back to comedy, so it's okay. So it's like the other day I was getting ready to get for the day and I got out my toothbrush and I put moisturizer on my toothbrush instead of toothpaste. And I was Did
you really?
I was like, yes. I was like so annoyed. And so I was like, Grow up. DIVOS, are you for real? Grow up. Like you miss a turn on the navigations when you're like driving somewhere. Grow up.
I think my favorite, we were playing Pokemon the other day, and like you missed a move or something, like you hit a button, you went, oh, grow up.
Sneasel, grow up.
Grow up.
Really? You're going to miss Icy Wind? You're
Literally,
an ice type.
Literally,
You're an ice type.
grow up. It's like your whole thing, grow up.
That's a lot, Sneasel.
That's kind of
grow
embarrassing. Grow up. I love grow up.
It's just like so silly, and it makes all those trivial things in life that make you really frustrated like so silly because.
Well, exactly, yeah. You know, a similar mentality. A few years ago, our friend Andy, hi Andy, hello. Almost unintentionally, he came up with a really like profound, like, well, I mean, don't tell him it was profound. I don't want him to get a big ego about it.
Right.
But basically, his mentality was like, everything's funny. Everything's funny. If I'm late, like, oh, it's funny. Like, oh well. And honestly, everything is funny at the end of the day.
I don't think being late's a good example of that.
Well, sorry, or like but like not your fault. Like, okay, that was a bad example. Mm-hmm. It rains on a day you didn't want to rain. that's goofy. Funny. That's funny. You know? Yeah, like
it's just drag.
There's no Ubers, you know? It's just drag.
Have we shown the lip tattoos on the pod?
I don't think we have.
Audio listeners, we're about to reveal the only tattoo that either of us have. It's matching.
It's matching. Ready?
Shoot it closer. Can you see it?
Okay, so what did we just show you? So we just showed you, it's 3 letters, IJD, standing for It's Just Drag. It's Just Drag. A little while ago, me, Devin, and our good friend Tessa, hi Tessa, we used to say this phrase a lot. It's just drag. It just means like, laissez le bon temps rouler, let the good times roll.
Not that serious.
It's just drag. So we got 3 letters. We each wrote one of the letters in our own handwriting. It looks a little bit like janky, and people are like, why does it look so bad? It's because it's our handwriting. That's why.
Because it's just drag.
And then we have 3 people have matching tats to say, it's just drag.
Yeah, I like started saying that phrase right when, I'm sure I got it from a drag queen, but I started right when I was starting drag. And so it was also really important for me because I was like, it's not that serious, Dev. Like, you're putting makeup on. You can do this. You can pursue your dreams. If people judge you, like, are you serious? It's just drag.
It's just drag.
It's literally just drag.
It's just makeup.
Everything is just drag.
It takes like 5 minutes. It's just drag.
Oh my gosh, but my drag is so glamorous.
You have elevated your drag intensely.
I wonder if I have a picture of the first time I ever got in drag, I'll put it here. I don't know if I do, but I wore.
Is that from Hamburger Mary's? No,
so that's the first time I performed. But
I recall, yes.
At the place we used to work, there was like an event, and so I showed up in drag, and I wore a vintage silk skirt I thrifted when I was abroad in Europe, which we just talked about. And I wore a yellow blazer, which I wore for a long time in drag after that. And I can't remember what top I wore. It might have literally just been a corset, but yeah, iconic.
Very iconic. I don't think there's any pictures of that, but not very few mental pictures of that too. Mm-hmm. I know. You're speaking of going abroad. I actually never studied abroad in college. I did, however, study abroad.
I didn't study abroad either, but I studied a boy.
It never misses. I love that joke. And also, I just one more thing about our lip tats. I always forget it's there. Like,
yeah, me too.
Like genuinely.
Never.
In fact, I don't think I thought about my lip tat for like a month and a half until we just mentioned it right now.
Right.
Which is kind of why I love it. It's like, it's there when it needs to be, but it doesn't affect my life at all outside that.
It's perfect. It's the perfect tattoo.
If you were to get another tattoo, what would you get?
Well, I do want to say that they said it was going to last like 2 weeks, and it's been 4 years. So if you want a lip tattoo, I don't know why they're so anti-lip tattoo, but
it's unsanitary, I think. It's like the only thing.
Yeah. So when the live action One Piece came out, I like base a lot of my persona on Luffy. They're like very earnest, very looking for the best in people, very positive, very driven, very goal oriented. So when the live action One Piece came out, and the lead actor, I actually don't know what his name is, but annihilated it was just perfect. I mean, I'm sure people don't like it, but I thought the One Piece live action was just like so awesome. I was like, it was
impeccable.
It was so good. And so I was convinced myself that I needed the like Jolly Roger of Luffy's crew, the Straw Hat Pirates, on my body. And I even booked an appointment. I spent $50, but the artist I chose was a little too, he just wasn't the style I was looking for. And so I just decided I didn't need it. And a part of me still thinks it would be fun to get a one-piece tattoo, but I'm not mad I didn't end up with the Jolly Roger on my hip because I think this is the spot I would do, like right above your.
I like that. I think it's
like
painful, I think it's a painful spot.
Where the line is, the cum gutter.
The cum gutter.
I'm sorry.
The arrow's pointing to the treasure.
Okay, exciting news. Camera 1 decided to take the rest of the episode off. So camera 2 has a big opportunity here.
Okay, camera 2.
Camera 2, you are camera 1 now.
You are camera 1.2.
Oh. So this is a big moment for camera 2, everybody.
Okay.
So we're just going to continue the episode.
Camera 2, can you handle it?
Can you handle it?
Can you handle it? I was expected to nod a little bit.
Can you imagine? I'll put it in post.
I would shit myself. Kind of like the IMAX little, not IMAX. The lamp that bounces and goes.
Yeah.
Pixar. That's the one.
Pixar. Yeah. So in true queer fashion, I would like to use the Educate the Straight, my platform, to talk about anything in the queer community. And I'm going to do something brave and talk about myself.
What can you possibly tell me? I already know.
What do you think about, because you've seen me do a few Pride rollouts now. What do you think about the Pride rollouts?
You mean like a few years of Pride rollouts?
A few years.
I love Pokemon. This is my favorite one so far.
Okay.
Last year's with the 12 music videos, I felt that was more emotional, more like a close touch to your soul. But this one is just straight visual, Yeah. It's visual. It pops. I mean, you love the photos. Our viewers are going to love the photos, of course. And it's Pokemon. It's your coolest inspiration brought to life. I think it's so badass and so cool. So if I were to pick a favorite, my two favorites would be the Monster music video from last year's. We have some great camera editing there. It's fantastic. And I would also say the Water type from this year. The Water type gym leader. So keep an eye out for it. It's not released, but get excited.
Honestly, in this outfit, you would be one of the guys at the front of my gym. That's like the first battle. You know who I'm talking about? Like the youngster Zach. Like,
wait. The guy, the guy in the purple shirt who's at every single gym at the very front. You want to fight him? That's what I want to be. I want to be him. All I want is to be drawn in next to a stone pillar, just standing there being like, you be careful out there. This is a tough gym.
And it's like a community project. All of my friends jump in. We like get to work together. Like all my favorite queer artists are involved. It's just so much fun. So love Pride Month. Excited for the Pride parades. Excited for everything. But Educate the Straight, which I just wanted to talk about that because it's been a long time in the making.
May I be the first to say, Happy Pride Month.
May I be the first to say.
But may I be vulnerable for a moment? Happy Pride Month.
Can I accept your vulnerability by saying, I can't wait to see what surprises and gifts you have planned for me?
Oh, you should get excited. I've been having some thoughts for months now.
Let's see if the thoughts turn into execution.
They will. I use the move Psychic. Because it's a Pokemon move.
It's Pokemon!
All right, that was a miss.
No, I liked it. I was thinking really hard. I was like, do I go into the cosplay of a Pokemon battle? Do I react? I panicked. I flinched.
Oh! Funny story. A little while ago, I make a lot of stupid jokes. Often is the case. And most people... No, I appreciate that. And most people don't laugh at them, just kind of scoff. But one of the reasons we're close friends is, you would always laugh at a lot of my stupid jokes. And I think once you pointed it out, I was like, I guess that's true. And I think to prove a point, you kind of stopped doing it. And then I really realized how little people laughed at my stupid jokes.
That makes me look so mean.
No. I'm saying then you're see? And then you start laughing again. And then, frankly, it doesn't matter. I laughed at my own jokes anyways.
So I let you know that my support is important and you should value it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was going for in so many words.
I'm sorry I can't protect you from the whole world.
It's okay.
Another on that tangent, Zach always laughs at my jokes. One time I noticed that when he didn't understand the joke, he would still laugh, but he would end with a what? What? And then keep laughing. So if you didn't listen, you wouldn't notice that he didn't understand what the joke was. It would just continue.
Well, it's because I was laughing at you having fun. And I knew it was funny. I just didn't know why.
Yeah. So
I'm a jovial guy. Sue me.
sorry, we have fun.
Sorry, we have fun.
All we have left is we have the Twink Twank Twunk of the week.
Indeed. All right, so my Twink Twank Twunk of the week. I will start with my Twink, I think, this time. My Twink electric toothbrushes.
Yes.
Ooh.
Indeed. Because it's just like, you can... What?
What are you using your electric toothbrush for?
Yeah, you just... Not what you think.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Allow me to elaborate.
Okay.
Normal toothbrushes, non-electric, that's just like, that's basic. Those toothbrushes. Electric toothbrushes, you're up in your game. You're taking better care of yourself. And what is more Twink than self-care?
Okay. I like the sound of that. I'm going to start with a Twank. My Twank is the mullet. Yeah, the mullet.
That's good.
I mean, it's the mullet. The mullet has a life of its own. I feel like that's very representative of Twink.
A life of its own.
Yeah, it's its own personality.
Come on, get
baby.
some.
Oh my goodness. Why don't you line me up against the fighting forces of the Southeast United States? Shout out, Ellen. And I'm going to let you have it, baby.
I'm a kerfuffle, why don't ya? See? See?
Willikers, I'm going to let you have it, eh?
We are mullets in this situation.
I'm the mullet, baby. Let me whack you with my hair follicles. You've been growing for a while and I don't cut them. No, I don't.
Very Twink. Very Twink. My Twink, gas station signs. Ones that have different prices for diesel and premium.
Oh, why?
Well, they're definitely not Twink. And they're definitely not Twunk. And just gives me like a constant reassuring vibe, which is what Twink kind of reminds me of, just ever constants.
Wow.
My Twunk is like just a hole that you get before you build an apartment complex.
Oh.
Like the really big
A canyon.
holes. A canyon. A pit, actually. Pits are my Twunk. Not those. No.
Pits.
No.
My Twink, hairless arms. Give it up for
Hey, hairless arms.
I'm going on 3 months of having hairless arms. You'll see in the early episodes of the podcast, just like the first 4 maybe, I had hair on my arms and touch.
Wow.
Constantly moisturized, constantly shaving, constantly worth it.
Yeah.
I would recommend it to no one and everyone.
One podcast, I'll shave my arms too to be solidarity. Yeah.
Both hairs?
They could be shaven. Hey. Actually, I could be shaven right now, and you would never know.
Ooh.
Never know. That's a Twink Twink Twunk of the week.
One more, don't you?
Electric toothbrushes, gas station signs.
Oh my God, we're done.
We're done. Yeah, we're good to go. Another week, another day, another dollar.
Happy Pride Month. I can't believe it's finally here. I hope you're excited for all of the content that we referenced. The photo shoots, the music videos, the incredible art as real Pokemon trainers. We'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.